it's Casey Berard from mindfulhealth.ca, and I'm doing a series on mindfulness. So mindfulness, again, is about a timeline. There's the present, there's the past, and there's the future. I want to talk about the past specifically. What happens in the past? We tend to feel regret. And regret is about wishing we could have been something different than we were, or could have done something different than we did do. And processing that is really about stopping going over the story over and over and over again. It's about looking at who you were at that time. So one of my personal journeys for that was looking back on my life and relationships I'd had and sitting in who I was when I met the person. Not who I was now when there was conflict and challenge and when I wasn't happy, but who I really was when I was that age and in that time, in that space, and sitting with it. Sometimes I would journal write, sometimes I would walk in the park and reflect back on who that Casey was, how was I feeling, what was I thinking, what was I capable of. And I would really sit, like in my body, in my biofeedback, in my cells, I would sit in that essence of who I was. And I would have so much compassion ooze out of me. Because who I was in the present moment had just grown exponentially. I'd learned so much. I'd expanded into a new being. And who I was in the past couldn't have done any different. And I just wanted to grab that woman and hug her and tell her she was doing the best she could. And that space then offers an opportunity to release ourselves from regret and pain and misery. And I use the word forgiveness, but release is good. But I usually forgive myself at that point for being who I was and offer myself unconditional love and acceptance for where I am and where I was on my journey. And that inevitably brings me to the present moment. Now, I do want to tell you, depending on the size of the regret, this chunking it down, I've shortened it into short, sweet steps for the video, because you know what, they are short and sweet. They're very simple steps. And actually, most of my clients are always surprised by how simple the actions are. But the actual allowing your physical body to process it takes a bit more time. So reflection, as it sinks down into your cells, could take anywhere from an hour, sometimes 2 minutes, to 6 months. One of my reflective times took almost 2.5 years. But boy, once I had reflected, it landed at the core of my being, and I was compassionate and loving and forgiving. And it was good. So I would empower you to try this as a practice. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns or would like more advice or help along the journey. Take care and have a phenomenal day.